Driven by a deep passion to serve and a dedication to give back to his community in Shomolu local government area of Lagos State, Honorable Olufemi Oluwaseyi Onisarotu left no one in doubt of his purposeful commitment, competence, and capability to make a difference in good governance and quality service delivery to the people and constituents in Shomolu local government area of Lagos State. In his determination to serve the good people of Shomolu local government area of Lagos State through exemplary leadership, spurred by his wealth of years of experience of quality service and representation to his people as an elected councillor and representative of his constituents in Shomolu local government council, has left no one in doubt of his competence. Honorable Olufemi Oluwaseyi Onisarotu's quest in walking the talk of a promise keeper to his people is indeed not in question. In a testament and drive to provide exceptional leadership and good governance for the people in Shomolu, his action and determination was impactfully proven at the Shomolu Mega Palliative Program event organized by his foundation to provide food pack for 2,000 Shomolu residents and books, pens and school bags for 200 students at the new Shomolu Local Government Council Secretariat in Shomolu with the attendance of the beneficiaries present.
àti ṣe nǹkan tó jọ ẹlẹ́rìí nígbà táwọn àkáńsẹ́lọ̀ bí ètò ẹ̀tọ́ yìí mo lè bí pé èmi fábíyì wà ń bẹ lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná píkṣọ̀ ẹ̀ ṣì wà ń gbòòrò so ìwọ èmi tì lẹ́yìn ìgbà náà àwọn olóyìnbó mo rò ó pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí ààrẹ wa ṣe pé bí mo ṣe ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ yìí tó yẹ pé gbogbo nǹkan wọn mo dẹ̀ rí pé àwọn ọ̀yá wa bàbá wọn ń gbìyànjú try mo wá tọrọ yín ni pé ẹ kú sùúrù díẹ̀ fún aṣáájú gbogbo nǹkan tó lè kó máa dẹ̀rọ̀ nínú Ṣómólú yìí èyí náà rí i pé alága tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n gbìyànjú nínú àwọn kìíní tá a ti ṣe lónìí wọ́n ti ṣe mélòó nínú ẹ̀ náà so kò kí ń ṣe tuntun ṣùgbọ́n èmi kò sọ pé kí n ṣe léwu láti fi ṣe fún àwọn ará Ṣómólú mi ìgbàgbọ́ owó ẹ̀ ọlọ́run ló ń bá ṣe rí mo lè bí i pé tó bá bá fún wa ní ipa tó bá ju báyìí lọ a máa ṣe ju báyìí lọ. ẹ̀yin ìyá ẹ ká sọ and I want to recognize the men, the leaders. ẹ ká sọ sí alẹ́ kan sí well I want to use this medium to thank everybody. Well, as you can see, this is not the first time we are going to do something like this. I think when I was a councillor, I did something similar, even though we may not be able to do this. Honorable Oluwaseyi was also a present there, right? So it's not a new thing, but we just want to use this back to the people of Shomolu. This is not because I'm in government, I am not in government, but in a matter of time, with some support, I will be there.
We are here right seated in this convergence, cutting across dignitaries, top-notch in government, top government functionaries, of course, cutting across party leaders, party chieftains, members of the All Progressives Congress APC, here fully seated to commemorate yet another time out of a very noble man of honor, a very distinguished son of the soil, and one of those who, of course, as an aspirant, is, of course, contending in the leadership of Shomolu Local Government Council. Today, we are talking about the mega rally, mega palliative program put together by Honorable Olufemi Oluwaseyi Onisarotu, as earlier introduced by my brother and colleague Yomi Fabiyi, as one of the very trusted, tested, and of course experienced personality who of course is giving back to the community where he belongs, and of course giving service delivery in terms of quality service delivery to the good people of Shomolu Local Government Council. So it is a great honor. As you can see, seated across board are men and women, cutting across very distinguished noble people, here gathered to be part of this very auspicious occasion, to honor the man that they have seen as their true representative, and of course a man who is ready to serve, not only serve, but a man who is ready to give them the best of leadership under his watch, as by the grace of God, the forthcoming chairman of Shomolu Local Government Council here in Lagos State. Well, we'll take another break here and now, and when we come back, we'll hear what they have to say, their views, their opinions, and we'll get back to put it together. We thank you for staying with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Ogun igi tó yẹ kú lọ báyìí ó máa gùn dé òkè ìpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́run. Èmi ò pẹ́ púpọ̀ wípé méjì ní gbọ́dọ̀ tètè kúrò ní ọ́fíìsì láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ méjì náà. Mo kí gbogbo yín pátápátá. Fẹ́mi òṣèlú ẹ̀yà mẹ́fà àdúrà ẹ̀ á gbà. Bishop.
you think of this mega palliative measure put in place for the good of the people?
Very, very fantastic. They have been doing it here. This is the first time I have seen this kind of thing here. So thank you. I am thanking him for that.
How would you describe him?
Very, very good. Olusarotu is a good man, a good boy to me, because I too, I was a councillor, vice chairman in this Shomolu local government. So I have been here for a long time. So I know him very, very well. So there is no problem about him.
Your assessment of his performance and of course his aspiration.
He's good, he's good, he's good, he's good. The aspiration is good, everything is good about him. So no problem, please.
Is he a right cap, a right hole, a round hole in the round peg, a round hole in the round peg? Is he competent?
I am telling you, he's a competent man. Is he a competent man? Yes, competent.
First and foremost, I would like to say thank you to Almighty God. It is an honor, standing here in my roof, because this is where I was born, bred and brought up. I started my career as well right from this local government, and when you know yourselves right from the grassroots, we know what we are capable of doing. And this is somebody I can say we've been together for over 30 something years. So basically, I knew when he even contested as councillor, and part of the reasons why I supported him was because he's a non-violent person. He cares about people, and his parents too, they care about others. And when it was time to support him to represent us, I am very sure I wasn't going to be making a mistake. And I keep putting my ears to the ground that is it going to change because of politics? And for the whole time he was councillor, it did not change. I was able to see many things. He was able to give back to the society, represent well, and I said, oh, fine, good. So when he said, I want to also give back to the society again, I want to alleviate little pain of some people in the community, come and support. I said, of course, I'll be there. Anything that will make Shomolu greater. Shomolu is a great community, but what will make it greater, what will promote peaceful cohesion, love, development, I will always identify with it. And I love when people give back to the society, give back to where they made you. So I said I'm going to be turning up, and I did turn up, and I'm happy to be here. So I know him firsthand. One thing is this, he is homegrown, and he cannot afford to make Shomolu fail, because this is the grassroots. Virtually everybody know him firsthand. We know his parents, his siblings, we know his record, we know he's growing up. So this is somebody you can trust with the communal growth. And again, he has participated in many things that will be communally beneficial to all of us. So certainly, if you give him that kind of a mantle to be in charge of a commonwealth, of a community, to look at things that will make it go forward, certainly that kind of a person will not want to say, let me go and make other local government better. It's not going to work for him, because he doesn't even align with another local government. He believes in the Shomolu project. He's embedded in his DNA, and I can see that in him. My message is simple and clear. We know ourselves, and it is important for us to go with who is tested and trusted, who has the mental capability, political capability and experience, educational capability, and then there's somebody called family background. In things like this, it's very crucial, because one thing that you would never want to mess up with is that name, the family name, that majority of all of us will know. And this is somebody that has preserved his name, Femi, and by extension preserved the name Onisarotu. And then he has been preserving the clan, Shomolu clan. This is somebody that, is not going to miss it. If we all cooperate with him and ensure that we guide him and support him all the way, he will deliver. Than we trusting on who doesn't have that kind of record. We know what we end that kind of leadership.
Your full name. Do you say to this?
We appreciate our incoming chairman, Oluwaseyi, for giving us the palliative. Thanks so much. We wish him best of luck.
Yes, I believe in him very much. He's a very nice person. I like him, sir. I wish him good luck and more prosperity.
Well, at this point, we are taking a time out to speak with the man of the moment, Honorable Olufemi Oluwaseyi Onisarotu, destined in his aspiration to become the chairman of Shomolu Local Government Council, one of the most prominent local government council in Lagos State at this point. Well, let's hear what he has to say and what informed his decision to take up this line of action, this mega palliative measure for the people of Shomolu Local Government. We must thank you, Honorable Sir. We can see that the crowd is a testament of the goodwill you enjoy from the people. But what has informed the need for this line of action?
Well, it has been part of me. Even when I was in council as a councillor, I did an empowerment program. So I always want to do more. But, the more I have the capacity, I will always want to do more and more and more.
What has informed your aspiration to want to contest for the local government chairmanship council of Shomolu?
Yes, because I've been in the system for a while, and I see that I've been seeing things that have not been in order in our local government. Even though the council chairman has been doing very, very well, but there's one thing that we used to see in the local government. People from outside would just come and take over the power, and at the end of the whole thing, the people who suffer for the whole thing will not benefit. But this time around, this is the first time they're going to see a former councillor who served. No councillor in Shomolu has ever grown beyond councillor. So this is an opportunity for the Shomolite to see that, okay, we have somebody who was once an ESCO in the party, who was once a former councillor, who's today now, despite the fact that I have every opportunity, even within Nigeria and outside Nigeria, I still came back and giving myself to the public for these services.
What would you say about the incumbent chairman of Shomolu Local Government in terms of Honorable Abdul Salau Dula? What is your impressive impression? What is your assessment of his performance and potential?
The chairman has done wonderfully well. The chairman has done wonderfully well. He has done a lot of projects. Look at this edifice we are looking at today. I don't think I've seen 2 or 3 of it in the whole Lagos State. He has done wonderfully well. He has done a lot of roads. He has done, even this thing we are doing today, he has done numerous of it. So whatever I'm doing today, I'm also using it to support him. And so our government is a continuity. So our government is a continuity. So he has done well.
So what do you intend to do very differently if given the opportunity to serve as the executive chairman of Shomolu Local Government?
Well, what I'm going to do differently, because I've been in the system, we need to take care of our people, especially the vulnerables. One of the things I want to do if I become the council chairman today is there's a program I'm bringing in. It's called WIC, Women, Infant and Children. If you are living in Shomolu and you are pregnant and you registered your antenatal with either the health center or any general hospital within the local government, Shomolu, you are going to be entitled to a voucher for the next 2 or 3 years. So we are going to do that for the women. For the older people who are also vulnerable to, something like this will be done every month or every quarter for the old people. We are going to create jobs for our youth. One of the things we want to do, we are going to liaise with the private companies. So it's going to be IPP with the government and the private sector, where we are going to create security outfits and employ some of our youth. Then we are going to train them. There are some training and some jobs that they are coming back into. They are inside Nigeria now, like Savicom, what do you call it? Scrum Master and some other IT training like that. We are going to pay for the training so that they can get those jobs within Nigeria.
Why must Shomolu accept you why must they vote for you? And why do you think that you should be their best choice?
One, I am son of the soil. One. Number two, I have served as a party man, as an escort in the party. I have served as a councillor. In the history of Shomolu, no councillor before me and after me today that have done what I did when I was a council, when I was in council. So I have shown my distinct attitude from the beginning, from the day I entered the council till I get out of the council. And so I have been part of the system, I understand the system, and I have never, even despite the fact I travel out of the country, I always come back for every party activities. So I am being part of it, I am committed, and I love my local government, I love my people.
But some people have the candid opinion from public opinion poll that the division in Shomolu can be a challenge to you. How do you intend to be the bridge builder? How do you intend to harmonize the differences? How do you intend to bond the bonding between the various groups existing in Shomolu local government? And how do you intend to be the stabilizer? Because that is a concern we have been told, or we gathered from the public opinion. A division, a house divided against itself cannot stand. How do you intend to harmonize, unify, and bond together the unity that should be in Shomolu local government, as my parting words?
One of the things why I am better than every other candidate is because I have relationship with every faction in the local government. I think I am the only candidate that romance every faction in this local government, because I have been in the system for a while and I have a very good relationship with every other person. So regardless of whoever faction it is, they all know. Even with what is on ground now today, I didn't do it with one faction or the other. Every faction in Shomolu is here today. So, and I'm the only person that everybody is ready to work with. I guess if they pick him, we are okay with him. Everybody are ready to work with me. So, and I'm going to bring. And one of the things I used to tell them is that it's not going to be where he's doing Onisarotu, he's doing this, he's doing that. Everybody will be carried along. So there's not going to be discrimination anyhow. Shomolu is coming back as one, so that we can make Shomolu great again.
For Honorable Olufemi Oluwaseyi Onisarotu, it is indeed the beginning of a new dawn for his people in Shomolu local government area of Lagos State, when we talk about walking the talk and of course representation of the people in service delivery. Alright, welcome back. And my guest today, from every understanding of his narrative, is someone who we always pride to say that in this country that is a country of ours, we still have men and women of integrity whose commitment to service delivery and of course whose pedigree speaks volume of who they are and what they are, and of course tells you so much about their personnel in terms of who they represent as an institution in service to humanity. My guest today, if you care to know, is a product of the Ogun State University and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy and Political Science combined in 1994. And he equally holds a master's degree in Human Resource Management and Development from the University of Salford in Manchester, United Kingdom, the UK, and a second master in Diplomacy and Strategic Studies, University of Lagos, of course my alma mater, some years back. Well, some say that as we speak today, he's a consummate professional in printing and publishing industries, and he is a man who honed the skills in leadership through experience in many organizations, which are not limited to so many, which I will enumerate later. But please join me to say a very big welcome to the District Governor of Rotary International District 9112, Rotarian DG Femi Additional, fondly called sorry, forgive me, Femi Adenekon, but by his full details, he's called Olufemi Clement Adenekon. But as we said, he's fondly called Femi Adenekon, the District Governor of Rotary International District 9112. It's a great honor to have you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I can see the composure, the confidence, and of course the exhibition of what you're trying to tell me by the posture that, look, tell me what you want to tell me, I'm ready.
We just try.
Yes, we just try.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start by understanding the fact that Rotary International, by its creation as an institution, by the founding fathers or the pioneers of this vision, represent a call to service to humanity. But some people still ask, how do we understand the entire essence of Rotary as an international, not only international, but a club of reckoning that today has become a referencing in the global world of today?
Well, thank you once again. Let me go on the historical part. Rotary International is the foremost non-governmental organization in the world. It was started by Paul P. Harris and three of his other friends, and they started up as a club or as an association of friends for the purpose of networking and friendship, and that blossomed into service. It started in Chicago in 1905, and by next year we'll be celebrating 120 years of its existence. Rotary contributed to all the international organizations that ever existed, the League of Nations, the United Nations. We initiated the consummation of UNESCO and even partnered with the World Health Organization. It might interest you to know the World Polio Eradication effort was initiated by Rotary in 1979 in the Philippines, before it was brought out in 1985 for the whole world, and Rotary invited UNESCO and all other organizations. Today we pride ourselves as the champion of eradication of polio. We only have two countries in the world, Afghanistan and Pakistan. Nigeria was pulled out in 2019 eventually, and we are certified for that. So as an organization that prides itself with the ability to network, to give value to the society, to change the face of our world, to create good in the world. We are so proud of what we have achieved, and we are telling our story now, and I'm glad to be here to tell part of that story.
Now, let's tell the story, given the background of the analysis that you have just analyzed, to understand the reason for the reason why Rotary was, of course, created by a group of visionary leaders who today has lifted that to becoming an international club of reckoning today in global perspective in service to humanity. You said we create goodness and we have been impacting in lives. How do we get to understand how much impact Rotary as an international organization has impacted humanity today?
Well, we can take it either from the global perspective or a local perspective. When I say local perspective, at the Nigerian space.
Okay, no, we'll take from the Nigerian space. Okay. Let's start from the global perspective, so not narrow to the Nigerian space.
Okay.
If that will make you comfortable.
Okay. Now, say for instance, I told you Rotary started in 1905 in Chicago by a lawyer and 3 of his other friends. And Rotary quickly moved to other places in Canada, Ireland, UK, and other countries of the world. Of course, Rotary came to Africa in 1921 to South Africa, and at 1929, and later went to Senegal. And since then, Rotary has gone worldwide. What is our own pride is the fact that when it started, like I said, it started as a association of friends who come together to network and to fellowship with one another. And in 1917, there was a proposal that by the president of that Rotary year, Rotary International president that year, Ash Siklom, who proposed that we should start an endowment for doing good in the world. And that started. And the first donation was $26.50 by a Rotary Club. And since then, we started what we call the Rotary Endowment Fund, which is now the Rotary Foundation. That is the engine room for our service in the world.
The Rotary Foundation.
The Rotary Foundation.
The engine room of Rotary service in the entire world. That is what identifies. That is what says a lot about who we are, what we are, and what we do. Is that correct?
Yes. And it goes further. Let me explain what Rotary Foundation is. Rotary Foundation is the foundation of Rotary International, where we seek for support and donation from individuals, corporate, and individual Rotarians, corporate, and friends to support the effort of Rotary. And it was the foundation did not grow until the death of the founder in 1946.
The foundation did not grow until the death of the founder in 19...
Because he made a request that when he dies, any fund that has to be done for him, anything that has to be done for him should be done towards helping the less privileged. And that was why at his death, the volume of donation to the Rotary Foundation swelled up, and we got so much. And since then, we could pride ourselves to have spent billions of dollars in shaping our world for good.
Under that Rotary Foundation?
Yeah, under that Rotary Foundation.
As an institution on its own?
Yes, that is as a body of a collection of Rotarians all over the world under Rotary Foundation. This is not to say that Rotarians all over the world in their various clubs are not doing impactful projects. They are changing lives and they are taking actions. So at the local level, each club still does its own, but when we need to pull resources together to get a bigger funds to support our project, we approach the foundation. And that is why I was able to tell you that Rotary initiated the effort towards the eradication of polio. And there are other intervention programs we have done. If there is a disaster anywhere in the world, Rotary will always be there. And this is the fund. We take this fund from the foundation.
From the foundation to support.
To support at the
and
global
contribute
level.
At the global level.
During the pandemic, the last pandemic, the COVID pandemic, Rotary gave so much money that each district was able to access at least $25,000 to create a succor and relief, so as to intervene immediately before the pandemic got out of hand. And that's why we could have some impact in Nigeria, where Rotary intervened with a lot of materials to support the government's effort. And that's what we are still doing.
So we can understand that if the Rotary Foundation, if the founder had not died, maybe the foundation would not have been instituted to have given more service, to swell, to make an impactful impact in the lives of people.
Actually, it was instituted when he was alive. I said,
but in
1917,
the death created a new vision, a new era of service delivery through the foundation.
It actually eroded a massive donation in his name,
and that has come to stay till date.
Yes, and that's why we have level of giving. To his name, we have the Polaris Fellow. Those are people who give $1,000 to to the Rotary Foundation. And we have the Ash Club members. These are people in honor of the person who proposed an endowment for doing good in the world. In 1917, we have the Ash Club members who will give $250,000 to the Rotary Foundation. And we also have the major donor who gives $10,000 to the Rotary Foundation. These are some of the ways we raise our fund, and this could be done, could be given by members, could be given by friends, could be given by organizations
whose interest connects or bonds
yeah,
with the vision of what Rotary represents.
Anyone that has a heart of giving to the less privileged, giving out to those who are in need, is a Rotarian.
Now, let us come to understand something here. I will take you through few perspectives of the narrative.
Okay.
One has to do with how much Rotary as an international organization is changing lives. The other will be something fundamental to Rotary is the four-way test.
Yeah.
The applicability and enforcement and doability of that four-way test, some said, is a changing game in the way Rotary is seen. And we'll also be looking at that aspect of your networking concern, fellowshipping concern, and the fundraising concern. But let's take it from the changing of lives. From what you have said so far, Rotary today has changed lives to ensure that life is better for humanity, and telling the story that life is good.
Yeah.
In your own assessment, how impactful has Rotary made this change possible?
Well, it is there. It's just that we do not understand or know it. For me, any child that is born in Nigeria from 1985 till date, you are younger than 19. You are younger. If you are born between 1985 till date, you probably have benefited from Rotary.
One way or the other.
Yes, because the inoculation you got for against polio was started by Rotary, and up to today, Rotary funds that project. That is one.
As we speak.
As we speak.
All over the world.
Yes, it funds this with UNESCO and other partner organizations. Then we also have partnership with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation that supports our effort toward the eradication of polio. Well, it is the initiative of Rotary to ensure that every child lives and works happily. I was at an event today just on the island, and I saw a lady just for the same service project by the Rotary Club of Ikoyi, and they were giving out diapers, mosquito net, and all of these things. And a lady walked to me on her wheelchair, and I felt moved. And I had to do a symbolic presentation of that gift that the Rotary Club of Ikoyi was giving to her. And what that means is that if probably she had taken the polio inoculation, she would not have been
if she had taken the polio inoculation, she wouldn't have been a victim of the present circumstance. Yeah. And that is why polio is so important.
Eradication is important.
Eradication of polio, because I know that is very common with Rotary. Focus point on polio eradication is key and fundamental to it. All right, let's look at the four-way test. People still try to understand what should be understood in making the four-way test a reality of life, a way of living, a part of direction, a part of leadership, a part of service, a part of commitment to humanity. Do you believe that is what it stands for?
Yeah. Well, I think we need to say what is the four-way test to them. The four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth?
Is it what?
Is it the truth?
Is it the
first question?
The first question
of the first four-way test. Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendship? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? These four questions of the four-way test encapsulate our life entirely.
Encapsulates our lives as Rotarians?
Not only as Rotarians, as individuals. As people of the world. If all of us can follow the tenet of the four-way test, we will have a better world to live in. If we are ready to do what is right, that is truthful, the world will be better.
If we are ready to do what is right and that is truthful, the world will be better. How do you mean?
Yeah, say for instance, I read something on WhatsApp. It says that there was a judge who they brought an old man who stole, I think, a loaf of bread, and they brought him to the court, and the judge said, "I fine you $10 for stealing loaf of bread," but he dipped his hand into his pocket and paid that fine on his behalf and released him. He now looked at the audience in the court and said, you are all guilty of the same crime. Why? Because you are here. This old man is on the street. He's dying. The society is not caring for him. So I fine every one of you $10 each. Eventually, they contributed $450 that he gave to the old man. And he now said, if there is a society where people are poor, are living on the street, the old cannot have a living, it shows that we are having issues with people who constitute such leadership of that organization or society. So it's a failure for us not to have an environment where people will live a normal life. So to me, the truth of it is that it's a failure of the system for one not to have a normal life. It is, let us forget the fact that we could have natural disaster, and every government, every nation responds.
That's a natural concern.
Yeah, that's a natural concern. But when it becomes a way of living for an individual, it is not the right thing. And that's why the four-way test speaks to it. Is it the truth for someone to live in poverty? Do we like to, is it the truth that we are really poor? Is it the truth that we cannot change our system or change the world, the face of the world? Is it the truth that the world we have around the world that is changing our world? Is it the truth that is not driven by personal interest? Is it driven by common interests of the people of the world? These are germane questions we need to answer. And that is why the four-way test is very critical.
There are certain key words within the four-way test that is quite interesting.
Yeah.
You've just said it. Is it the truth?
Yeah.
Will it build?
Is it fair to all concerned?
Is it fair? Truth, fairness,
yeah,
goodwill,
and better
friendship.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Beneficial to all. Those key words were they purposely or deliberately chosen to be able to give meaningful impact of those words in what we do as Rotary?
Well, the four-way test was created by Abaji Taylor in 1937, when he was asked to take charge of a coal mining organization that was going moribund, and he had to change the psyche of the employees. And in the process, he was able to use the four principles of the four-way test.
The key word especially.
Yeah. To change this organization and bring it back, it brought it back to life. And since then, because he was a Rotarian, Rotary adopted the four-way test in that line and began to talk about it. For us in Nigeria, for me as a district governor, it is one of the cardinal projects that I've listed to be my project for the year. We have to talk about the four-way test. We have to think about others. I'm actually working with, I've set up a committee purposely for that, to espouse the principle of the four-way test.
To espouse
the principle of the four-way test. If your organization gives us a space, we will mount the four-way test signage at the entrance of LTV8, so that everybody that go about will see and say, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it be good and better fetching? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? So by the time we begin to talk about it, present it in the public, give it to people. For instance, I wish to come and give to your DG. So
your general manager.
Yeah, your general manager. That's, well, I want to give you this, so that you can put it. It will be something that will prick your conscience, and everybody that comes into your office will always be careful to do things that will be in line with humanity.
All right, today as we speak, my road DG, District Governor Femi Adenekon, you are the Managing Director of AFEM Publishers Limited.
Yeah.
You are also, of course, with branches across the Southwest and, of course, Abuja and the Southeast.
Yeah.
You are, as we speak, a prolific author and manager. You have written and published so many books for children.
Sure.
And you are presently, as we speak again today, the chair of the board of AFEM Publishers Limited. And you are again the current first vice president, Chartered Institute of Professional Printers of Nigeria, a fellow of the Institute of Sale Professionals of Nigeria, founder Femi Adenekon Keep Hope Alive Foundation for the Less Privileged, the immediate past treasurer Professional Printers of Nigerian Cooperative Society, chairman Association of Professional Printers of Nigeria Lagos State Chapter, and member of the National Executive Council and Shimolo Division with estimated members of 1,000 and above. I want to ask you, how does this connect? And I intentionally read some of these. Does that make sense with the networking, fellowshipping of what Rotary do say in the spirit of comradeship or camaraderie for the good of humanity?
Well, that's actually correct. I graduated in 1994, and after my graduation, I chose to join Rotary. And that is an organization that has built me.
It is an organization that has built.
It's actually
to where you are today.
It's actually our core values of our fellowship, integrity, diversity, service, and leadership. These
Can you take that again? I love the way you express that expression. The core values of
the core values of Rotary are fellowship, integrity, service, diversity, and leadership. So Rotary, in its own core value, has provided me the opportunity to build my capacity. Because you can't be a Rotarian and just be anybody. No.
You can't be a Rotarian and just be anybody.
No, you have to be somebody.
I must be somebody.
Yeah.
Why must I be somebody?
It does not have to be that you have to be in the public sphere. You have to be somebody who add value to your environment. Wherever you are creating hope and joy in the life of people around you. And that's led to all of that you have seen me getting involved.
And does that connect in what today has given you that vision to say that Rotary is a choice of service from you to others?
Sure. I want to say that the opportunity Rotary gives is boundless, is limitless. As long as you keep into Rotary, the only challenge you may have to not being a member of Rotary will be the fact that you are probably you do not have integrity, because you must be an adult of good character and you must have a vocation of your own to be able to join Rotary. So if you have those shoes and you have little to feed yourself and your family and a leftover to serve the less privileged, that Rotary is a platform for you to be. It is an organization that will help you not only network and have friends, it will also help you build your personality. Personality in the sense that you'll be able to protect yourself, protect your interests, protect other people's interests, and work for the good of your community.
I thank you very much.
Thank you
for the honor of having you as my guest on the program today.
Thank you for having me.
Much.
I appreciate it.
All right. Just like you said, what will be your own story to tell in the end of whatever you're doing? And in the present vocation, what would you say you have done to change the change necessary to make humanity better than where it is or what it is today? But from us, we've played our part. We can only count on what you've heard and hope that you will also take cue from that to make the change that should be changed as a change agent for the good of humanity. We thank you for today. On behalf of the entire crew, from my deaconess to everyone in the studio, we say thank you for today. We'll see you again sometime next week.